For the lentils that we're doing today involves very simple ingredients, cumin seeds and tomato, and that's about it. So let's get started. I have my hot oil in the pan. These are my cumin seeds. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of them to the hot oil. You just have to let it sizzle just a little bit. Don't let it turn black. The tomatoes are disintegrating beautifully under the high heat. I'm just going to pat it with the back of my spatula to make a paste of it. And we'll know it's ready when the oil skims to the top. So right now, it's still a little raw. I'm going to give it some time for my spices to cook and the tomatoes to come together. We have done lentils in the past. This is what those lentils look like, the pink and the yellow. So they both boil down and start looking yellow once they're done. The proportion to water with lentils is 1:3. So 1 cup lentils to 3 cups of water. And you just add salt and turmeric and then cook it in a pressure cooker. Okay, so the tempering is ready. I'm going to take this and add it to my lentils. This is pretty much the simplest kind of tempering that you can do for yellow lentils. And when someone says they're craving a home-cooked meal, which is just soul food, which is dal or lentils, this is pretty much the mung dal beans that they're talking about with white rice. That's kind of like the soul food for a lot of people. So here we go. I've pretty much added all of it. I'm going to give it a good stir. And then I'm going to let it simmer till it reaches the right consistency. Now I'm serving this with rice, but if you're serving this with roti or you're just going to serve it as a lentil soup, then you can always decide what consistency you want, and you can add water. If you want to serve it as a soup, you can add some butter. I'm going to serve it just with rice. So I'm going to let it boil. I may need to add a little water because I think it's a tad bit too thick to eat with rice, but we'll find out as it simmers. So the lentils are boiling away beautifully. The tempering and the lentils have come together very nicely. The trick to know if lentils are ready or not, you take a ladle full and you drop it. So the watery part of the lentils and the bean part of the lentils should fall together. That's how you know they're well melded. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and add my cilantro, which I love. If you're not a fan of it, you can totally forego this step. And just a hint of garam masala. This is probably the simplest tempering that you'll see with lentils that anybody has ever done. If you're going to use this as a lentil soup, once you boil the lentils, you can just churn them in the blender and then continue with serving it with a dollop of butter. It's a great vegetarian, vegan alternative to soups that are done with ham hocks or turkey legs. So my lentils are ready.